agendized for future meetings. That has not yet surfaced, so staff has initiated inquiries to see where it is. The Sustainability Commission is also going to be considering bringing forward a supportive resolution, so we would do something similar. So that will be coming forward to you. In clarification to the concern about ADA compliance, all city programs
sold them.
Oh.
They will come.
My trio.
Because they have kids and two cars. They sold their big house on the main line.
They said,
On
we're,
the board.
we're like, right by the corner, right house. And he's down a little, yeah, I'm in between both.
And that's where all the Jewish people go. When the East Coast, they go to Florida. Except you.
Yeah. Mike, did you sell your house yet?
No, find me a buyer.
Oh my God, it's gonna go so easy.
Support that, you've been online, it's a beautiful house.
I've seen it. He's having an open house.
Oh, you'll get it, as soon as
It'll go.
it'll go quick. It's furnished too, it's that we purchased the 296.
His house.
That's where you'll go.
Okay.
You're close to it.
Thanks, everybody.
So that may.
Mars will shine.
Are those two separate entities? Is it like two separate things? It's two separate
Separate
things.
licenses, separate
That's what I-
corporations, I don't mix them all
Right,
together.
but you can combine the properties, or?
No, I want them all separate. So you'll purchase.
She's having a lounge on Canada Drive.
The first one will be open in 3 weeks. They can't.
A bar.
No bar.
Because I remember when they started talking about those, Joy was saying that people who are going to the trouble of getting a license with dispensaries should get first crack at this.
Yeah.
But they didn't do it, did they?
Yeah.
They did do that?
Pretty much, I mean, it's
Okay,
whoever
that's
wants to
fair.
take
There
the
is one on,
advantage.
isn't it on?
No, it's not open.
That's not just.
So then we just negotiated, that.
Okay.
Has been empty for a
Like my girlfriend says, let's sit on the street.
It's good. He's walking on the street.
He's just getting a
You
little.
should see our t-shirts.
I know, I know.
Get how we run.
So wait till that half water.
Oh, it was.
Why didn't
We are on the air. Okay. I have to wait till 3:30. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to ask all of you and all of us to turn them off. We're not on an airplane. Do not put them on airplane mode because our new high-tech system doesn't work when you put them on airplane mode. Ron always tells me it doesn't. Okay, good afternoon.
Hi.
This is our VillageFest board meeting for September 25th, 2018. My name is Mike Siska, and I'm the chairman of the VillageFest board. These are my compadres, our cohorts, right? Can we get a roll call?
Yes, Chair Ziskin.
I'm here.
Vice Chair Watson.
Here.
Board Member Meredith. Here. Board Member Manley will be absent. Board Member Tina Luis.
Present.
Board Member Devontanti.
Here.
Board Member Campbell.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Oh, great. Board comments. Let's start over there. Anything?
Public comments first. You have to do public comments.
Oh, public. My apologies, public. First of all, I welcome my public, and thank you for being here. Public comments. This is the opportunity for any of you to come up and talk to us about anything related to Village Fest. Sometimes people tell us how nice we are. Sometimes we get yelled at. But we welcome all of you, and we do want to hear your comments if you have any. Any comments? I hear none. So we'll close public comments. Board comments. Chris, we can start with you. No.
The trick chair.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
I'm the
no.
last one here,
Switch,
so I
switch it.
got the.
You want my girlfriend's chair?
Just sit-
All right.
The only thing I wanted to say is our little thing over at the convention center, thank the girls for being there, and I think, I don't know what we would have done without you, Chris.
It was a good turnout.
Anyway, it went well.
Good turnout, too, and I was very pleased. Anything?
No.
I have none.
None today, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Any correspondence?
We have none.
Okay, a lot of nones. Okay, the consent calendar is next. These can be divided up, or we can approve both of them in one motion. One is the report of the posting of the agenda, and the other is the approval of the minutes of our last meeting. Does anybody have to abstain? Was anybody not at our last meeting?
Yeah, Tina.
Tina was not, so you have to abstain when we do this. Do I have a motion? Okay, second?
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, opposed? It carries.
And one abstention.
Now comes the fun part for us and for you. These are what we call the legislative actions, and they're actually the vendor applications. And our first one is designersinabox.com. It's Steve and Raul and Harry Sanchez. And come and correct me, because I'm sure I screwed up the names. Yeah, and you can take it off of there if you like.
You said my name right, it's Eddie, yes. correct.
Okay, good. Thank you.
So I'm Steve Edwards, and this is Eddie, and this is Roll, our finance man, right over here sitting in the chair.
Okay.
So we appreciate you taking the time to invite us today. We just wanted to bring by some of the things that we've been working on, specifically for Village Festival. And I don't know if you have your list in front of you, if you want us to go through each item, or...
Just give us a sampling of what we have the file we're going to pass around. Just give us a sampling.
We have a series of clocks for the home,
Okay?
and a series of also kids' clocks for the home that are modern, mid-century modern clocks. They're all
Gorgeous.
done right here by Eddie. Eddie's the artist, right here in the Wheatwell community in his studio. And all the printing is done here. All the painting of the molding is done here. All the hands, all the assembly of the time clock is done here. It's been a great number of hours. Let me get you another one.
Well, if it's all done here.
So we have a series of 12 of these. He has a series of 12, so we brought just a couple
Cute.
of our popular ones. Another one of our mid-century clocks. He also has started a series of a line of 6 kids' clocks, which all these are his designs. He's the artist.
Just Yeah, just you can
wanna
just
turn it
show
around
us.
and
That's
show it?
okay.
All these are his
Oh,
designs.
that's cute. That's gonna.
This is a very nice presentation.
12 modern clocks,
Yeah.
and we have 6 kids' clocks. This is one of the other ones. It might be, we also do, when you see the packaging, we also design and print all the packaging labels here in our studio. We have a very, very large printer in our studio, and Eddie not only does all the artwork, but he does all the printing of all the artwork.
Yes. This is a beautiful package. That's adorable.
Cute.
One of our new innovations, so we started with clocks and we started with artwork, which we'll show you, but then we went into actually modern mid-century watches that we're developing with all the different templates. We have a lot of people that asked about the clocks, and then they started, why can't you do that on the watches? So now we're designing, we do this box here. He does all the templates on the side, all the transfers, all the design on the side here. And we install, put all the templates on the watch, reassemble it, pick out the band. So it's very, this is probably the most complicated.
Can you pass that? No, gotta go
the
this
watch.
way.
This way?
Yeah, we only go clockwise. Don't ask me why. We always go because it's a clock. We go clockwise.
Yeah, we gotta go clockwise for a clock.
So he's done a series of coasters, and this is the packaging that we do here. We print here and actually put together here in Palm Springs. We don't outsource anything. The only thing we outsource is a little plastic box, but the actual printing and the labels done right here in our studio. The actually printing of the coasters, it's a glass coaster, is done here. It's assembled here right in Palm Springs. And there's a series, how many of these, Eddie, do you have? Six different styles of these. I can pass this around too if you want to.
Okay.
Yep. The other one is we have a series of mugs of characters that he's developed just for the city, just for Palm Springs. We went on the theme. He went on the theme of flamingos. The oldest flamingo is the lady. Her name is Lola. And the father is Max, and the son is Alex. So these are the series of cups that he does, and we actually print these, and again with the labeling all printed here, right here in Palm Springs.
Oh, how cute.
Alexander.
All of the T-shirts are the design is done right here in Palm Springs. We elected not to screen print in Palm Springs because of the chemicals. We send the design off. They send it back here. We actually have to add it to the shirt ourselves. So all that is done here. You want to bring your... Eddie just finished his one design, which I think this is one of my favorite ones. If you hold that up, it's one of his pool scene designs that he's done.
Oh, my goodness.
Right in the city of, so he has a series of pool scenes done. We wanted to bring, we have 70, 80 other different designs, but we wanted to pick
That
and
is
select some different
gorgeous.
designs.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The interesting thing about all his artwork is that we don't go out and buy new artwork, new frames. We actually source artwork from revivals and from thrift stores. We actually redesign the artwork, repaint it, restain it, whatever we have to do to take advantage of not using and disposing of stuff so easy.
Okay. All right. That is a representative sample of your
Right.
beautiful, beautiful work.
Yeah.
I'm going to open it up to questions. Do you want to start?
Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Creative, artistic, classy. You're reusing people in our desert that you buy from them and you
Absolutely.
remake it, and it's
I'll
what
ask.
we're about. So I compliment you.
The one thing that Eddie has too is he spends a lot of time on details. Not only details on the image, but details on the packaging. Because we want to reflect, just as you reflect in Village Festival, a real high quality, a high standard.
Yeah, it shows. It
And
shows.
you can show that he spends a lot of time on
Did you
that.
have anything?
I was just going to say also, this is exactly what we're looking for. is
Exactly.
this
Yeah, very
exactly what
creative.
we're looking for.
The
Yeah.
book is
Beautifully
very
done.
good, too.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Joy?
No, this is one of the best presentations I've ever seen, honestly. I mean, just from the way that you understand what we're looking for, your
And the notebook
notebook
is
shows everything
fabulous.
that we
Saves us
asked
time.
for. And where we generally ask for 75% handcrafted, I'd say that you're more like 101% handcrafted, because you even are crafting your own packaging and everything. So
quite beautiful.
this would just be great at VillageFest.
Go ahead, Don.
Ditto on everything. The only thing I have a question, and maybe I missed it, the postcards and greeting cards.
Yes.
Just
just hold it
You
up.
don't have to
These are
pass
just
them,
a selection.
okay.
Don't
Yep.
pass.
Great.
And these are all
Designs.
original, all this artwork is original,
Okay.
designed by Eddie.
That's all I
Yep.
needed to know.
Okay.
And we've also spent a lot of time at Village Festival, just walking the streets back and forth,
Seeing
watching the
what's out.
customers, understanding what they need.
Good.
And I think to somebody to take something home that reminds them of
Okay.
Palm Springs.
Chris, did you have anything?
No, I think it's terrific.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody want to make a motion?
I make a motion, we accept Designer in a Box.
Okay, who would like to second? Okay, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Carries. Thank you so much.
you so
Your
much.
stuff is beautiful.
We're going to sit this down here and listen to everybody else's presentations so we don't interrupt any.
Oh, it's okay. Take your time.
They'd be great for a poster.
Perfect. Yeah.
While they're doing that, I'm going to invite Miguel Mendoza up and tell us what the challenge bar is.
What about?
Did you miss
You
Steve,
missed
or is he
one.
not here?
Five big.
He's not here.
He's not here?
No,
Yeah, you
but you're
are.
here. That's
okay.
more important.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. How you doing?
Good.
Which one is this?
So
Let me go.
everybody probably knows me already. I've been in.
You can
Oh, yeah.
take it off there if you
I'm
want.
okay like this.
Okay.
I've been part of Village Fest for the past 18 years, and very proud of it. I've been here since 2001. I am the one that does the henna tattoos, right there in front of what is it? The hamburger place. Oh, anyways, let me show you. Let me show you the challenge bar. So I've been traveling for the past 2 years. It's kind of a new thing for me, and I went to Thailand, and I saw this thing that was very entertaining. Basically, what it is, it's a bar. It's not your typical pull-up bar. It's a bar that's mounted on bearings, and it allows it to roll. Over there, it gathers huge crowds, and I'm talking huge crowds. Like people literally come from all over the place just to participate. And I decided to come over here and pretty much do the same thing. And I tried it out, and I've been trying it out in Venice Beach and Hollywood, and it's worked out great. And a friend of mine said, well, why don't you and try to do it over here in Palm Springs? And that's why I'm here. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this around. These are just some pictures that I'm going to show you. And then I'll pass you a video, and then you guys tell me what you guys think.
I don't mean to be lame, but yeah, I don't
Yeah,
totally
so-
get it. I'm sorry.
No
I've
worries.
never
Well,
seen
basically,
anything
that's why I'm
like
going to pass this over. That way you can see it.
Mhm.
And then after you see it, then I'll explain to you guys how it works. So it's a set of pictures here. So basically, what it is it's a bar that I made myself.
Mike.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. It's a bar that I actually built myself with the help of a friend. It stands 8 feet tall. It's made out of tubing, and it looks just like professional equipment, but you cannot buy it. You can only make it, and I actually made it. And you grab onto the bar just like this, and you hang. So the bar's not mounted on a set. The bar's not stationary. It's mounted on bearings, which allows it to roll just like a wheel. So if you've ever held onto a wheel, you'll know what I'm talking about. So it's all about the strength of the grip. As long as you maintain a grip, you will not fall. Once your grip gives out, that's when the bar rolls you down, and then you fall. So I'm gonna pass you guys a video so you guys can check it out too.
When you twist it,
So basically, so what you want to do is you want to go ahead and just grab it like this. That way. So what just happened right now? So yeah, actually, a lot of people make it. We get about 1 to 5 winners every day. Now the difference between my bar and anybody else's bar that you'll see around the world, because this is very famous in the other end of the world, is that my bar is actually made of 1.25 inch, which is the standard size for a pull-up bar. Everybody else's bar is made a lot thicker, which allows me to actually get 1 to 5 winners every day. So that makes it very popular. I'm very popular amongst American Ninja Warrior. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that show. Pretty much they all know me, and they've all gone to my bar and seen it, and they're pretty excited about it. And mostly is very entertaining, and I think that it would bring a lot of people in.
So I have a question.
Yes.
People pay to do the bar and then they win if they hold on after so many seconds?
Correct. So the way it works is like this. Anybody could try it out for free. Nobody needs to pay. Anybody could try it out. Once you try it out, then you make a decision whether you want to take the challenge or not. The challenge varies according to the person's size and weight. Maximum time given is usually 100 seconds, but I have it all written down. It's all marked down, so it doesn't change. It never changes. And then after that, it goes by weight. So say, for example, a gentleman like myself, 210 pounds, 5'6", I would only need to hold on to the bar for 75 seconds. Versus a gentleman that's, say, 5'8" and 145 pounds, then he needs to hold on for 100 seconds. Or just to give you an example, if you wanted to do the challenge, it would only be 65 seconds for you.
And what does the challenge cost?
So it's $20 to participate, and you get $100. However, you don't need to pay. Nobody's forced to pay, and everybody gets to try it for free. In other words, you could go over there and you could try it out.
Let's open it up to questions, since we started to ask questions.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. Help me understand the process. You'll have a space or a booth, or will this fit in a 10 by 16, or what are we doing for?
Sorry.
Okay. And I come to your booth, and you say, would you like to try the challenge?
Correct.
And I'm going to say, do I buy a ticket? What does it cost?
So the way it works is like this. All you got to do is hang on to this bar right here, and you can please try it out, and this is how you do it. You come up to the bar, you hold on to the sides, you step up, it's got steps, you hold on to it. So you don't need to jump, you don't need to use a stool or anything like that. Afterwards, you grab onto the bar, as you can see, it twists.
Okay.
That's what makes it hard.
Right.
After that, you hang slowly, gradually, and vertically. Try it out. So then you go, try it out.
Okay.
What do you think? If you want to take the challenge, you're welcome to. If not, then...
Okay, if I'm going to take the challenge, where does the money come in? Where does money pass hands?
So this is the way it works. So it's $20 to participate.
It's how much? $20?
$20 to participate.
In the challenge.
$20 to participate.
Got that.
So there's 3 rules. Number 1, if you change your mind before the challenge, I will gladly give you back your money. Number 2, once the challenge has begun, that means you agree to the challenge. That means the money stays in my pocket. Number 3, and most important rule, you understand that the bar rolls. It will not roll on its own. It does not have a motor. It will not shock you. It will not throw you off. Once you've already understood all those rules, then you are welcome to try it out.
Okay, and I'm going to try it out, and maybe I'll last 100 seconds, or maybe I won't. And if I win, what do I win?
You win $100 cash on the spot.
So that's where the money is.
Right.
Yes. So you get $100 cash on the spot. And right now, I just finished doing LA County Fair, and I was there for a full month, and they have it over there. I wasn't able to get in because there was already somebody else doing it. I went to Arizona. It was over there too. I've done many fairs in Long Beach, the Lobster Festival. I'm gonna do the one for sorry.
Okay. Anybody else have questions?
So how sturdy is it from rocking back and forth?
0. Absolutely 0. The bar is 8 foot tall, and it's 4 by 4 by 4.
So are you in the business of selling that equipment or just doing the game?
I'm just doing the game.
Okay. Question for staff. Are we okay with people getting money to winning something? Are we in dark waters here?
The concern on a staff level has to do with whether this is considered gambling. And as written in our rules and regulations, gambling is not allowed at VillageFest. So it's going to be up to this board's discretion whether you believe this to be gambling or not.
I don't think it's gambling.
I don't think so either.
Right.
It would be like on a holiday Halloween event where you
Yeah.
throw the balls and it's a carnival
Yeah.
event, basically.
It's carnival stuff.
Right, but we don't charge for any of those types of things.
Right.
So the gambling portion comes in when there's an exchange of money.
But it's not just a game of chance like in gambling is the only thing. I mean, you have to actually.
Have skill.
It's a game of
do
physical
something.
fitness.
It's a game of strength.
Yeah.
Strength and agility.
My question more comes in about insurance and liability and anything like that. That would be my bigger questions about it.
Do you carry insurance on this?
I will carry insurance if you guys ask me to because I know that you guys provide it, and I buy it through you guys. But if you need me to carry extra insurance, I will do that.
That would, have to go through the city attorney for
Yeah,
his
yeah. It's
insurance
something that we
requirements.
need to look at, just so we can say, we brought it up, and thank you for bringing that up, and we reviewed it, city attorney looked at it and said, yeah, that's, the insurance covers it.
Is this a group discussion, or are we going?
It's group, but go ahead. Yeah,
Well, I feel that it's inappropriate for our Village Fest.
based on,
I just feel like it's just not what we represent. It's like a carnival or a fair or, I don't know. To me, it's not the type of thing for the type of people
Okay.
that come to Village Fest looking for arts and crafts and music and fruits and flowers. That's my opinion.
I'm sorry. The other thing that I just want to question with staff is just that it would go under entertainment, is that there is no fee for that booth, is that correct?
Yes, there's a fee for
Oh, there
entertainment.
is? Okay.
$22.
$22. Chris?
Is there an age allowance that you?
No, there is no age. Anybody could do it. So say, for example, you brought your 7-year-old and wants to do it. It's only 45 seconds for her.
What's underneath of it if somebody falls?
So, okay, the bar is actually only 8 foot tall.
Yes.
So it's...
You're how many, so you're only like a foot off the ground,
they're,
right?
pretty much, even if you're 6 foot tall, your feet are on the ground. You have to literally put your feet like this.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as a parent, as long as there's no parental, I don't know, that's the only thing that concerns me. A 7-year-old kid.
Yeah, usually when that happens, parents are there, and the parents are actually encouraging the kids to do it.
Yeah.
And the kids are literally, they're so excited to do it.
That's
Okay.
That's great.
Who would like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept them as long as the city attorney okays.
The
Liability,
liability
yeah.
aspects, yeah, okay.
I'll second.
Okay, further discussion?
No, I think that too. That's what I think as well.
So it's just a matter of turning it over to them and.
Okay, I think we've heard pro and con. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, it carries with one no. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.
Good, look forward to it.
Woo, John.
Okay, fat-free comics. Now, that's interesting. John Maraska, where are you? Oh, hi.
He did.
John produced.
John
our
produced our very first
2014.
Village Fest
And an
poster,
awesome one.
which
Yes.
sits in my living room, and
2014.
everybody asks about it. So it's very good to see you back here, John.
Yeah, welcome home.
John is one of our
Do the next one.
better artists, cartoonists. Do you call yourself a cartoonist or an artist?
Illustrate.
An illustrator.
Illustrator.
Excuse me. Whoa. Okay. Good.
So I guess, most of you know me. Some may not.
What you got?
So, just to, for the people who don't know me, I do illustrations all in ballpoint pen. And this time around on Village Fest, I want to be more Palm Springs heavy, just going for the Palm Springs lifestyle, whether real or imagined. And so those are examples of the prints I'll be selling. I believe I said I'd sell those for $30. And those I print out myself, and they're all matted and everything.
This is
Very fun.
Yeah.
These are metal prints that I have done for my artwork.
Yeah. Who's microphone? Right, John. Pull the mic up a little bit.
Okay.
You're tall.
Yeah. Better? You. I'll squat a little bit.
Or whatever.
A friend of mine prints these on aluminum, but those are my illustrations printed on aluminum. And these are magnets, also on aluminum.
Cute.
Okay.
Love the tikis.
I'm also going to be selling small original artwork. So then they'll all be about this size. So that's an original.
What are these, like coasters or?
Magnets. They're
For your
magnets.
fridge.
Now, these two are books that I co-wrote and illustrated. And this is about the day in the life of a Palm Springs roadrunner. That's very kid-friendly, too. And this is about a fictional Palm Springs restaurant. And I'm also I'm going to let you see rough sketches. These are a series of prints that represent Palm Springs through the decades, starting with the 30s, going to the 80s.
Shows how he does things. Computer printout. Adorable. Bon appetit.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think we should do our next poster.
Cute because your Roadrunner looks like a pterodactyl, kind of.
They are. They're like little dinosaurs.
Yes, they're cute.
These are the sketches of going to be the posters for the. Those are going to be the decades.
I love it. Perfect.
And the last sample I brought up, I made a map of Palm Springs. So these will actually be matted just like those. But
They're missing the calendar.
yeah, well, that
Yeah.
you add things.
Oh my God, I love this.
While we're looking, let's start with Chris and see if we have any questions for John.
It's terrific, John.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I don't have any questions. Great work.
Yep.
Thank you.
Anything?
Awesome. Glad to have you back.
Anything? I think it's fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful artistry, beautiful.
Thank you.
Somebody want to make a motion?
I make a motion that we accept this vendor.
I'll second the motion.
Okay. Further discussion?
Sorry.
Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It carries, it's unanimous. Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's always good to see you, and thank you for all the good work that you're doing. It's terrific. Good.
Do we vote? Do we vote?
Yeah, we voted.
Oh, I was sleeping.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Must
I
have missed
smelled
it.
something burning, and it was your thing. Bag of Bones. Tinks Lovelace, arts and crafts, artwork, paintings, prints, postcards, shirts, jackets, stickers, and patches. What's left?
Bag of Bones, I love it.
That's cute name. If you could talk into the mic.
Hello,
Yeah.
thanks
Hi.
for having me. I'm a bit nervous because of
Take
the
your time.
microphone.
There's nothing to be nervous about.
She's also from LA.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a visual artist. I'm from England originally, but I'm based in Los Angeles. I created Bag of Bones about 2 years ago because I wanted to start a platform for messages of like mental wellness and for tools for political change, like positive small messages of change. My favorite is my oil paintings. These are all done with oil. The reason I use oil is because I love the texture that it creates. I love feeling the image even though you're looking at it. This one in particular is about your journey through how you can create your destiny through a single thought. So our destiny is made up of our thoughts. Our thoughts create our actions, the things that we do every day. Our actions create our habits, who we are. Our habits define our character. That's how other people would describe us. And our character is our destiny. So I use the oil because I can create it very thick, and you can have the really subtle texture of a beautiful oil painting. It takes a week to dry because I use so much oil. And the process is I first draw them on with pencil. I then go over them with a pen, just a black pen, so you can see the outlines. And then I'll do the entire white, wait the week for that to dry, and then finally do the black oil, which also takes a week to dry. it's a bit big, so I won't pass that around. So I also do the T-shirts with the same design. All of my T-shirts have my label in them, which is I want to swim in your eyes and have a nap in your soul. Mainly because I just want people to walk around wearing something that makes them feel good, so that they always feel like someone's out there thinking about them, really. These are all printed locally by me, hand printed, and I actually sew in the labels too. I can pass that around if you want to have a look at it. So this is silence with a line through it. That was from the Women's March in Los Angeles. I saw a protest poster there that said, "Silence will not protect you." And I just saw silence with a line through. And I think that that's something on many levels, not just for women, but for everyone, that we could start speaking about our truths a little bit more, and that will help each other understand each other. That, again, also has my label in it. Should I pass that one around? No.
One's good.
Yeah, well,
This one, these are all my designs, by the way. So they're all copyrighted to me and my company. Me plus you equals joy. Basically just reminding us to really, the most important thing is just the people next to you and the people in your lives, and that's why we kind of do everything that we do in life. So yeah, this one specifically reminds me of my dad, but it can be anyone. So these are my illustrations, and they're all pencil. So similar to how I just use oil, I only use pencil on paper. And the reason that I do that is because I want you to feel the image again when you look at it. Pencil reminds me of when I was at school, when I was very young, I used a lot of pencil. It's also against the technology that we have every day. It's just bringing us back to basics again. So once again, just reminding anyone that, you know, it's now that's important, not what's on your phone. This one says, I want to swim in your eyes and have a nap in your soul. I can pass it around. Okay. This one is a pie chart. This pie is, the colored in part is the problem. Oh, no, sorry, the space is the problem, and this is your attitude about the problem. So knowing, again, we can overcome anything. It's just our feelings that can sometimes overwhelm us. Everything is able to, we can reach anything we want if we just don't worry too much. This one says, you're the love, which, you know, sometimes we try and look for love or for fulfillment in extra or anything that's outside of us, when really we have everything inside of us to make us feel loved, and we are love, and that's kind of how I want everyone to, or what I would like everyone to take away from my work. This is a design. This is what artists create straight before they publish a book. It's small illustration design. This one's called Tools for Change. Small ways to create positive change. Small diagrams that say sharing your ideals with others. I'll pass this one. Wearing messages you're proud of. It's an inkjet book that I print at home. All of I design in InDesign Online, which is a design program. Putting yourself in someone else's shoes. Using your voice, similar to speaking up. Daydreaming, not accepting the finite of this moment, but knowing there's more things that you can achieve. Creating waves of gratitude for the people in your life. It goes on and on. I didn't bring the stickers because I don't actually print those. Those are printed in Canada. And that's my presentation.
Thank you very much. It's quite unique.
Yeah.
Can we start over here? And
Is there a picture of your booth?
Yes, it's in the...
It's in the file.
I sell at the Melrose Trading Post in West Hollywood. That's the setup I have there. It's all white, minimal, with 3 big prints.
Oh, so it's this one right there?
Exactly.
Okay.
I want to see it too.
Oh, I see. The one with the table.
Okay. Did you have anything else?
Actually, it's an awning.
The only thing that I noticed, and because we made an issue of this the last meeting, your pictures show you doing it, but we need to see you. Do you have it?
Faith had mentioned that on the phone, so I.
On it, Faith.
Is that Faith? Thanks.
Yeah.
Lovely to meet you in person.
Okay,
this is just a really. It's black and white.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right. It's just great. Thank you.
Yes, she mentioned just the hands, and I was like, I don't have anyone to take pictures of me.
Oh, there you are.
There you go.
Bag of bones. All right. Did you have anything?
Nope.
I love this, and this is exactly, again, what we're looking for. You put your heart and soul into what you do, your creation, so it's beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
I think you're an interesting creature. I like your art, and I really feel in this world of turmoil now that you bring a little peace.
Oh, thank you. That means so much.
Okay. Somebody make a motion, please.
I'll move to accept this vendor.
Thank
I'll
you.
second that.
Okay. Any further discussion?
No.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carries. Thank you. Welcome to our.
Thanks so much.
Welcome to our street fair. This is
I appreciate
beautiful
it.
stuff. Bag of bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good shirt for you.
It's perfect for me.
Okay. Our next vendor is an entertainment vendor. It's virtual reality experience. DA Computers, Daniel Algazi. Welcome.
Yeah, how's it going?
Fine.
Good.
You bring staff, huh?
Yes. Don't know if you all know, but I do run DA Computers here locally in town. I've been in business since 1999. So long time standing. We're right behind the Walmart down the street. Recently, virtual reality was introduced into this world 3 years ago, like truly introduced. And then only recently, during the last month and a half, has the people that patent virtual reality, Facebook is one of them, released commercial licenses for people to take it and bring it out on their own. So we've obtained one of those commercial licenses and developed software so that it integrates with other studios' experiences. So we've developed software that integrates with other experiences, and we're trying to bring that to the street fair for people to experience. So right here is a gear set. This is the new Oculus gear set. It's the Go. It's basically a little mini compact version. Doesn't take any wires or anything. If you like, I can play an experience, and you guys can pass it around and just kind of put it on your face to take a look. Basically, we've teamed up with a lot of different studios. We've also got commercial licensing for all these different studios. Examples would be like Warner Brothers and stuff like that. What I'm going to show you today is an experience from Jurassic Park.
So it's like the holodeck?
Yeah, well, the holodeck's a little different. It's see-through.
But
Yeah. So we got these ones right here. We've got the commercial license for, and then we also get the commercial license. We're in partnership with the commercial licensing and HTC. HTC is more of space indexing. So this one right here, you just move your head around. With the HTC sets, it registers body movement and hand gestures, a little bit more than this one does. That's something we want to add to our stand a little bit later down the road. Right now, the technology that we're using isn't actually released yet. It's still in beta. It doesn't get released until next month. Yeah. This is just one of the different experiences. We are partnered up with a bunch of different companies to get multiple experiences. They'll range from everything from like comedy to action to across the whole board. Everything from kids to older adults. And then you'll also be able to experience those.
Entertainment vendor. Yeah.
Trying to get dizzy.
It's virtual reality. It's very different from 3D. Virtual reality, you see 360-degree angle, so you get to see everything in there.
It's really light. I thought it was going to be heavy.
Yeah, the other sets are a little bit more heavier, but like I said, those are in beta testing right now. We're still working on the programming.
I see the directions actually on
Oh,
the side of there.
Yeah.
This, you probably need to
Okay,
have.
let me do it again then.
While he's doing that and we're passing that around, I think we can
Point your
start with.
controller.
Do you have any
Yeah,
questions?
Controller, and you're gonna click this trigger to play.
Okay.
I want to know, is that going to be placed
Oh, it
on
is?
different people's faces?
what I
And
wanna
how
know.
do you clean that?
So we have things that go over the eyes. So for an example, we have these that will be placed over the things, so this will be directly on people's faces. And we also have cups that go over the headphones, so those will be thrown away after.
See nothing?
Okay.
But I know that it's.
And my question is, it says 5 to 10 minutes. Is it 5 or 10 minutes?
It depends on the experience.
On the,
Experience, like that one's 7.5.
oh, okay, so,
They're all different.
okay, so people know ahead of time if,
We'll have a sheet for the different
Oh,
experiences
okay.
at that point in time with the time attached to it.
okay,
For like Halloween, we'd have a little bit more scary experiences with like 7.5 minutes, 8 minutes. They may even go a little bit longer depending on the studio.
sure.
So how many will you have in a booth for?
Right now, we got it set up for four for a booth, but we're hoping to expand it to maybe 6.
And
or
your
8.
sole purpose is to sell them?
No. Our sole source is to give
Just
experiences.
entertainment?
We designed the programming to integrate everything. That's what we did in the store. Our sole purpose is to show people that and then also show them that we're a local business in town, and if you'd like a set or if you want to get a custom computer built.
To sell them?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you concerned at all that these are will not be tethered to the booth? There's no cable or
No,
anything?
we're going to have staff there that are going to watch everyone while they're doing it.
I wish you would, because they're expensive.
Yeah,
And
they
what's
are.
pricing?
They're not really made for home use, like I said. I mean, the pricing for one of these units, if we were to sell it, which wouldn't include the programming, which is our custom programming, which would be $500. So that our goal isn't to sell it; it's to bring name recognition and then to show people experience.
Okay.
Did you have any questions? Yeah, the other sets that we're working on beta, the price point is $6,000. That's not something we plan on selling. I mean, that's not our goal.
No, it looks really interesting.
Dottie, did you have any?
No, I think it's interesting, and I think people will like it, and,
I think they will like it too.
yeah.
The button's on the bottom, yeah.
And this is also part of the reason we're going to have staff there while we're doing this.
Oh, yeah, that's a new thing.
It's kind of like an awkward point for a lot of people, old or young. They don't know exactly how to click or, what buttons to press exactly.
You're not
Okay.
getting that
Well,
one back.
These right here came out this year, and then the licensing just got released. So, I mean,
Okay.
very few people are going to have this stuff.
Chris, did you have anything? Okay, and somebody want to make a motion, please?
I'll make a motion that we accept this vendor.
Second?
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion?
No, I think it's very different.
Okay,
Out to the street.
further discussion?
They just lost one.
We just lost what? Okay, all in favor?
What's gonna happen next?
Okay.
Aye.
Okay, it carries.
And then also for insurance, we do carry our own liability insurance. We will gladly pay for yours as well, but we do have $2 million in insurance, so.
She's hooked. Look at her.
Look
She's
at her.
hooked.
Oy, yay.
She's gonna take it back and show it to her
A little
kids.
bit.
There will have headsets, so other people won't hear it, so everyone will
Oh,
have
yeah,
their own
he's a good
experience.
guy.
Okay,
Now you'll know where to find her.
okay, thank you very much. This is, we look forward to seeing you down there. It is.
I want to hear Jasmine's review.
We actually,
have to leave that with her.
we actually have
You gotta see a dinosaur first.
we have another entertainment vendor. It's Fire Motion Ziv Segev.
Look at her.
Where's Ziv? Hi. Terrific. What you got for us?
Fire.
Fire?
Fire dancing, fire and LED, it's not just fire,
You're not
basically.
gonna do that.
We're waiting on the approval from the fire department. Yeah, so basically, like, Basically, what we do is fire entertainment, so it's more of having music in the background, and we have our own stage that we set up, and we play with different props. Basically, it starts with poi and stuff like that. It looks, it's LED that basically create overall patterns. And we do this with fire. So hopefully we're going to get the approval for fire, but we have half an hour show that to present to clients that goes around in VillageFest. And what we're trying to do is create more awareness that we can do this in your backyard. So if you have a wedding, a birthday, or anything that
Yeah.
we can do that in your backyard, just enhance the event, make the event a little bit more standing out. And we have different type of clients that asking for different things. Of course, we have our own website that bring more awareness to that kind of entertainment. Yeah, there is different type of props, as I said, overall like about 10 that we have our own music going for half an hour, and we're just presenting that once it's dark. Before that, we actually have a lot of those props that we let kids play with. It's obviously made out of silicone. You can pass this around just to see that it's something that doesn't hurt anybody. We have, of course, our own insurance, fire insurance. And I wonder why this doesn't work. It would be so cool.
Yeah, I've had fire events before.
I guess I can do it on your phone.
So if the fire department doesn't approve it, or if they have a problem with it, will you be able to just do LED-based entertainment instead?
Yeah, it's fun.
I know it's not as much fun for you, but, and do you hoop and stuff too, or it's mostly
We have this.
juggling?
We have these are just 3 of the props that we have. We usually bring about 10 to our shows. These are
Oh, I know.
LED double
It's beautiful.
stacks. We like can do this and make fun shapes and stuff with them. And then these are the LED levitation ones.
Yeah, but the cool thing is the fire.
Yeah. So these ones, they sort of
I love that.
That's a teenage kid's delight. Fire is
Totally.
Entertainment, pure entertainment.
Sure.
We're not asking
Oh, I
for
love
any
that.
money, of
Oh,
course,
my.
from
I
our
love what you
clients
said.
over there. Just more awareness. People, I'm sure, like anywhere else, will gather around the fire and watch it. Most of the time, we don't get any negative reaction. It's all just.
Well, let's bring it.
I'm happy to see more entertainers. I really like it.
I
I'd
do
like
too.
to see it.
Questions?
Yeah, I think it's fabulous.
Are you going to be asking for donations?
No, I think at this point it's not so much about donations.
They should, shouldn't they? My daddy
can.
always told me, don't turn down money. Get a bucket or one of those water things that you put on water
Okay.
coolers and put it in front.
Yeah, we'll think about something artistic to do with that. That
Why
might be
not?
fun.
It has value and it's very beautiful. If you want to do that, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that.
Right?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Me too.
So, there you go.
Okay.
Totally.
I'm going to make the motion that we approve this vendor.
I'll second.
Okay. Discussion?
No, I think it's
No?
great.
Okay. I did want to make sure that we get clearance from the fire marshal. They're
yes.
probably going to want ABC fire extinguisher next to it.
Stanchions.
And
Oh, yeah.
you need to find a place where their music won't be disruptive to you. I'm sure you have. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Did we do all in favor yet? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Carries.
All right,
Okay,
welcome.
thank you.
Guys.
Thank you.
That's unique.
Yes. I brought fire dancers downtown once.
Okay.
So that's how I know. We needed the stanchions, we needed the fire extinguishers. Yeah.
GBGB
You
Media.
know,
Be sending them around.
fine.
John Goins
Let
is,
us, so we will.
you have him down as, arts and crafts and commercial. Which is it?
Well,
that
it's an
is
arts magazine.
It's going to be up to the board's discretion.
Okay.
It's a bit of a unique situation where they actually hand produce the entire magazine.
Okay.
So it falls on a staff level. It could fall into either category. Obviously, price-wise, they're significantly different. So we would like to leave it up to this board's discretion as to what
Okay.
category you would like to see them
Okay.
in.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for
I'm
coming.
John. I'm a Palm Springs resident, and I'm also a sustainability commissioner. I was just in this room last night, so I appreciate the work that you do, and thanks for having me here today. So this is the magazine. It's about Palm Springs. It's all the fun stuff that there is to do here, maps, events, great articles, and I and my team put it together. And I will be standing next to my 1958 Nash Metropolitan, a mid-century car for a mid-century city, giving out these magazines for free to people. We're new, so we want to get the word out and show everybody the good work that we're doing.
Do you solicit people for ads in the magazine?
Well, we do have advertisers. You'll see that there are restaurants and whatnot. That's how we make our money, but none of the people at the Village Fest will be asked for any donations. It'll just be something free. Hopefully they'll see Miss Flossie, that's what I call my car, and they'll walk up and I'll give them a free magazine. Yeah, so basically we're a quarterly magazine, so we produce one article each week, and the best of those articles are what we put in the magazine. And we have a great graphic design team that helps us put it together. Yeah, you certainly can.
Thank you.
And we iterate through material like this when we're putting it together. So it starts out as words, you know, we work together to put the graphics together. And we build the magazine like this until we have a product that we like. And we're not, you know, we're an informative magazine, but I think we're an artistic magazine. You know, we're dealing with artistic concepts. We have articles about art events. So, you know, I think we're great for the audience that's at Village Fest. I think it's the kind of information they want to read.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Are you with the chamber at all?
I'm not a member of the chamber.
You should
no.
be.
Okay.
And that way you can get your magazines out
Okay.
with them.
Great. Thanks for the advice.
Did you have any questions?
Is there a picture of the booth in here?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're going around the table.
Just one, huh?
Go ahead. Put your.
So besides passing these out at the Village Fest, how else would someone obtain this magazine?
We're in 150 hotels and resorts throughout the valley. So we're everywhere from Idlewild to Thermal. So there's a lot of places that they can pick them up. They can look on our website to figure out where they can pick them up to. But for people who just come in for the day, they'd never know about us, right? If somebody just drove in from Yucca Valley, for example. So I think it's a good way for me to reach an audience that I'm not currently getting in the hotels.
John, I have a couple. What's your press run? The number?
15,000 a quarter.
15,000 a quarter. Given the demographic in Palm Springs, this is just a suggestion. The font is difficult to read. The font itself and the font size. And I think you may wish to keep that in mind going forward because the demographic in Palm Springs, half of the people are
blind,
and the other half are old. Yeah, like me. Yeah, but it's something to consider.
Fair enough.
But it's a beautiful, beautiful product. I like it a lot.
And you have Village Fest listed in here, which is very nice.
Of course we do.
Yes, thank you for doing that. That's very nice.
You know, Mike, the font isn't any different than a regular magazine. Where are you looking?
It looks skinny to me. But it's because it looks like it's 10, maybe even 9.5. It's a little.
Not bold
It might
enough?
be the printing job too. Yeah,
Beautiful
it's
magazine.
gorgeous.
Thanks.
Like,
Well,
yeah.
well done.
Thank you, thank you.
Well done for your first time around.
Yeah. Now let's talk about category.
Yeah.
This is a creative effort by an entrepreneur. I can tell you without even looking at his books, he's not making any money yet on this.
I am wondering,
I can tell you.
What would you be doing at the booth?
So I'd have the car as a draw, and I'd be handing out free magazines to people. So for folks who are my advertisers, this is a way to talk about distribution for them. That's what they want to know, is how many are going out and where and to whom.
Yeah.
But arts and well, I guess it's artistic. He puts it together. He's creative. He's writing it. He's setting it up.
Well, and that was the hard part on a staff level, is we could not decide which category it would fit into. It's unique in terms of it is actually being created and it is being created and printed by this individual. So that's where we decided it was, because on a staff level we could not decide what category. We would like to leave it up to this board's discretion.
Okay, let's go around. What do you think?
I think he's a nonprofit.
Yeah,
I think that if
kinda.
he's not selling the magazine, I don't know why.
He's giving it out.
He's giving it away. It's information for
Informational.
I'd advertise in your book.
Great,
right?
thank you.
Well, no. But
Yeah.
he's
Not
he's
actually
not going in as a nonprofit category. What Julie is saying is he's not making millions of dollars off of this. Okay. Go ahead.
Well, you're not selling anything, you're offering this as
service?
just a service and, service.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm on the fence. I think it should be the one that benefits you, that makes sense for you.
Right. And for our audience, the reason we're pontificating over this, which I know it sounds stupid to you guys, is it makes a difference how much he pays us rent. And we're trying to make it as appealing as possible for him to be part of our family. So that's what this is about.
Arts and crafts. It's
Arts
cheap.
and crafts, okay, it's cheaper. Did you have something to add?
No, it was just the category part that's just, I'm trying to think of what doors that open later for this change to occur. I mean, for this particular person, group, product, I see that it totally is fine, but I'm just wondering where that opens it up later to what? If we allow this as a commercial, I mean, as arts and crafts, rather than as a commercial vendor. Because really what makes it the commercial vendor is you're not actually even giving anything, you're not selling anything. So it seems a shame to have to penalize you for not selling anything because you're giving stuff away. So I don't know, it's a tough one though, really. Not because of your situation, but because of what might come down the pike that would be similar to this, but not really fall into the same thing.
Okay.
But I mean, personally, I think I would go with the arts and crafts on it, just because of the whole,
Because he does it all,
yeah.
for the art.
Right. Right, if he said, he sends it out here for this and this to
Then I
that.
wouldn't go that
No, but it's a one-horse show. Chris?
No, I think that's great.
Thanks.
I have one
thanks.
more question. What's the least expensive way he can get into this?
Arts
Arts and crafts.
Yeah. So, Village Fest is not intended to go out of its way to make money for the city. It's to put on a street fair. And we should do everything we can legally and ethically to make that happen. And I think this is a good example of one of those ones that falls between the cracks. So, somebody want to make a motion?
I move we accept this picture.
I second.
Okay. As an arts and crafts vendor, right. Discussion? I think we've discussed. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Carries.
Thank you very
Welcome.
much.
Thank you. And thanks for the magazines.
Beautiful.
I'm looking forward to it. Oh, guess what?
Yep, back around.
We're done. We're
So-
done with all of our vendors.
The last item under legislative actions is your election of officers that we had postponed from our last meeting because we were missing a board member and we wanted to have an entire board here. Now we're missing another board member. So it's up to this board's discretion if you'd want to move forward with the election of officers. I'll let you
Let
all
me
decide
speak
that.
first on it because I'm the one that stirred the pot in the first place, because I want to relinquish my position for somebody that's going to have more longevity than me. And we discussed last meeting to put it off because my associate was not here, and the individual who was not here at this meeting was at the last meeting, and she's now in China, bless her heart. She had to know that she was going to China. You don't go to China less than 2 weeks. Well, I guess some people do, but not me. So it's up to the board if there's consensus to have an election. I think we should move forward on it and get it off the agenda. Thoughts? That sounds so final. Yeah, you got to go. So I just want to hear from all of you. What do you think?
How will she feel not doing a vote, or how would?
Well,
I don't
she was
know.
here last week, and she didn't say, please put it off because I'm going to China. She just sat there and said nothing. So at what point do you say enough is enough?
So let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
What do you think?
I don't know. I just don't think she was thinking about her not being here at this meeting. And she was one of the people that voiced the concern that she didn't want to take the vote because Tina Louise wasn't here. So I think that's how she feels about it.
Yeah, that's true.
When would you put it at the beginning of your next meeting?
No, I want to do it at this meeting and move on. But it's up to
Just
all
throwing
you
some
guys.
options out. Yeah, there has to be a consensus.
And the reason I say that is our meetings are scheduled years ahead. We know it's at 3:30 in the afternoon every second and fourth Tuesday. And I plan my vacations around these meetings. I do. And I would expect all of you to do the same thing if you care about this board. And unless there's an emergency, and we have emergencies, we've all had that. I think we need to just keep doing our business, because if we wait for everybody to be here every time, we're going to be putting off. And I don't think that's good protocol. But that's just my opinion. It's up to you guys.
We need a consensus.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do is okay.
Okay, as long as we have consensus.
As long as somebody nominates me.
I think the way to do this is to open nominations.
Right, so we need to start with the chair. We need a first and a second, and then if there is a second.
A first and a second what?
A nomination.
Okay. You need a first and a second nomination.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You mean two different people?
Nope.
Nominations, usually you don't need a second. Robert's rules, you don't need a second to nominate people. But if you want a second, that's fine.
I'm pretty sure we typically
Well, let's
do
do
a
it,
second.
and that way we'll be covered.
Okay, so let me make a nomination.
Okay.
I think we should, since Joy's been here the longest, that we take Joy in that position.
Okay, do I have a second?
Right, we have to do chair first.
Are you nominating Joy for chair?
Correct.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Do I get to do that?
All right. I am going to nominate Dottie. Dottie has been here for a long time and has excellent retail experience and has a tremendous amount of interest in this board. So we have two.
Mm-hmm.
Who would like to second?
I'll second it.
Okay, so we have Joy and we have Dottie. Okay,
So now you need to take a vote.
now we need to take a vote. Do you
Do
want to
we
do it
have
by?
a discussion time at all?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I just ask if anybody else would desire to be in either of these two seats? Because to nominate somebody is a great thing, and I certainly appreciate it, but does anybody have any desire to be in either of those two places?
Not this time.
Right, I will say for our newer folks on the board, this is not just about every other Tuesday. There are a lot of meetings and things that happen, that take place, that require sitting at your computer, going down to her office, last minute stuff that is behind the scenes, behind the curtain, that is not part of our official stuff. Just so everybody knows, it's not just the few hours that we spend together on every other Tuesday.
Well, I talked to Jasmine several times a day
Right.
sometimes.
For sure. Today.
Yeah, today was one of them. I,
make
I,
comments?
I appreciate the nomination. Thank you very much.
Do we
for
make comments?
nominating me.
Comments?
Do we make comments?
Yeah, you can make a comment.
The only thing I would have to say about Joy is she is head of the merchants, and she knows always what's going on, and I don't know, it just seemed like a good fit. And Dorothy is great too, so I mean, it just depends on what you
Yeah,
want to do.
two good candidates.
Yeah.
Looks like trouble
Well,
to
I would
me.
like to say also that I don't know, I think both ladies are fit for the position.
Yeah, we're
so-
very fortunate that we have two qualified people. So do we want to do it by written ballot, or how do you want to do this?
It's up to you. I mean,
I think we should
typically-
do by written ballot.
Okay,
Can you tear some paper?
yeah, for sure.
What?
You all done? You all done with what you wanted to say?
Yes.
I'm
thank you.
sorry.
Sorry, we did not prepare for. Well, I
It's
mean, yeah,
okay.
everyone just tear your own sheet. And
Tear your own
Why
sheet.
making me tear mine?
Yeah, we don't need her tearing a piece of
Right?
paper for us.
Oh, Dottie's got matching.
Well, they'll still have to vote for it.
But you spell Dottie I-E or Y? Okay.
Here, everyone folded in eight.
Oh, don't ruin your good paper. What? Here.
After we've torn all of ours.
Torn all of our
Dottie has
paper.
all this perfect paper for it.
Right.
Don't taint mine
That's a
on the
good
way down.
sign. It's a good sign for how you'll.
Pass these
you'll
over to
be.
Jasmine, please.
What, there's 10 of them in there?
I think they're folded in half. They're just
Privacy.
unfolded. Because this is very deep privacy here.
Whatever way it goes, we'll still talk.
Yes.
It's so much easier last time when Mike was nominated and Doty was nominated. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody was happy.
There you go.
By acclamation.
Remember, just like, we'll roll it over to the next year.
Yeah, that was easy.
How long is this term for? 2 years? 1 year?
Like, I don't know, 1 year, I think.
Till next July. Now it's gonna change though.
Next January, it's after this coming,
Well, yeah, after this
right?
year.
Yeah.
Right, so it'll go into January of 2020.
So can you take a vote for 2 or what?
You're off the board though. Come June.
Are you?
Of
Is your
next
term
year?
up?
Yes.
Yeah, but I still got another one.
You still
I
have
mean, I
another
could still-
3-year term?
Yeah, I
And,
haven't.
and I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna move them in, everybody's gonna expire not in June, but in January. Or expire at the end of December, so I think they're in the attempting, that's completely my assumption,
Okay,
to
what's-
roll it all
So is
over.
there 1 vote or 2 votes? Because I heard her say 2 for 1.
I have no idea what that means.
Put the little numbers.
Do you wanna just tell them?
Can you translate it into English?
I don't know, like-
I just did 1 line for every, for,
Yeah.
you know, that's like, for fire.
Okay, so we have,
Yeah.
So you
I
should
don't
have
wanna know
6
the numbers, I
votes
just
for
wanna
each
know who
one.
won.
okay. So
I just put
Watson
Joy and
had more votes than Meredith. So we're gonna take Watson as the chair, and then we need to vote for a vice chair.
Okay, so we do the same thing.
Oh, I think I voted wrong. I just put 2 names on a piece of
Yeah.
paper.
How many votes are there on
It's
that?
okay.
7.
Yeah.
Because Joy did twice.
Joy.
Voted twice.
I don't know what I
twice.
did.
Dottie did 3.
All right. Let's try this again.
Wait, how did you do it?
When you,
What did you write under?
I put
mean,
the
you wrote
name
2
of
names?
somebody on the paper.
Okay.
Now we're gonna do vice chair.
Vice chair.
Even if you did it wrong, it's still.
Okay,
Okay.
so nominations
For vice
for
chair.
vice chair.
I'd like to make a nomination for Chris Campbell for vice chair.
Okay, do I have a second for Chris Campbell?
I make,
Okay.
I don't know.
Is there anybody else that would like to make a nomination?
I nominate Joy again. I think Chris is kind of new with me. So I think it should go to the old timers. Or the Alzheimer's, one or the other.
The original.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my God, here we go again.
Okay, so is there a second for Joy?
I'll second for Joy.
Okay, so the nominations are for Chris and for Joy. Now we're going to have discussion. You can
I'm, like Chris, we're both new, so I don't know. I
Okay.
think that you guys have more experience and all that.
I do want to say one thing
Well,
about.
let's go around the table.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Did you have anything else?
I think Chris is very experienced and knowledgeable and can do an excellent job.
Yeah.
And obviously Joy is also, so again, two excellent.
Yeah, two excellent people. Joy has a tremendous background with the city and with our board. Chris hit the ground running with our board. He came to, so many. How many meetings did you show up at before you finally? Dozens and dozens. Yeah.
I thought you were
Right.
dating somebody on the board. You were just waiting
And
to give somebody a ride home. I couldn't quite figure it out.
I would like to,
I was like, I didn't understand.
I think it's good to have both newer and older, meaning more longer people, not older in age, combined as a chair and a co-chair. I think we're ready to bring us to a new level, and it never hurts to have new blood. That's my thoughts.
So what are we doing?
Your comments. Or Joy, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
well, my comment, did you make a comment?
I have no comment.
Okay.
She has no comment.
My comment was going to be that, from the start, when he put his application in, which was, I don't know how many months before he was interviewed, but he came to every single meeting. And I must say, I did the same thing for 9 months. And the benefit of that is unbelievable for anybody that it would come before this board and want to come on. By coming and sitting in this audience, you learn so much. When you get on the board, if you do, you are going and you're up and running.
Well, I was impressed that he's already been on 2 subcommittees, your subcommittee and your subcommittee, or our
Yes.
subcommittee.
He didn't exactly fit it out of the park.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Now you know what you have to deal with. Okay.
Take a vote?
Sure. Now, what are we doing? Tearing up more paper?
Sorry.
Anybody need paper?
Yeah, I'll put it.
No, luckily this last page on here had lots of room
Faith
on
knew
it.
you guys would want to tear all your paper out.
Are you guys having fun out there?
Stuffing it high. I thought that.
See, let me try it.
Yeah. It's a cheap one. Okay. Close my eyes.
2 more.
To board comments?
To what comments?
Board or public, see if there's any public comments?
Well, let's wait till she,
Okay.
Do we do unfinished business and new business?
We did
Or
not.
isn't
There's
there any?
none.
Oh,
I don't know what we do because I tore it.
that last page
No,
had
I-
all that like space on it.
I know, I tore off the last page.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Okay, so it looks like Chris is going to serve as the vice chair for the next year.
Okay, Chris, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, we did election of officers, unfinished business. We have no unfinished business, right? No new business. Reports and requests. Any public reports, requests? Nothing. Board comments. 5-minute limit per person. Hopefully you don't have a lot of comments.
And mine is just thank you for your vote of confidence. I hope I do a good job.
Okay. And,
I have a comment too. So I contacted Jasmine last week because on Facebook, somebody tagged their booth. Tagged it on hashtagged it on Facebook. And it was regarding the fact that they don't actually make it.
wait a minute,
Sorry.
That's okay.
Try
I
it
can't
again.
exactly think of exactly what I told
Well,
you.
it was in
sent it-
Spanish. So I think
Yeah.
that's where the confusion was. So I asked someone in our office to translate it. And the mention of it was that the seeds were made in Colombia.
Which booth was that?
It was one of the last vendors who appeared before you.
And somebody complained on Facebook about it.
No, the vendor themselves made a comment about how these pieces were made in Colombia.
Okay.
That has a booth here that they say that they make it, but in fact, it said that it's made by their family in Colombia.
Okay. If somebody would like to file a formal complaint with this board and this organization, they're welcome to do it. I frankly don't care what somebody puts on Facebook.
No, you're not understanding.
Yeah,
The
they
vendor themselves
said
said that these are made in Colombia, not by them.
Facebook? Or in front of us?
No, on
On
Facebook,
they
right.
put it.
They made a comment, and it was the vendor themselves who made the comment
Oh,
on
okay.
Facebook.
My apologies.
Right.
Well, then we need to bring him back and say, did you really say this or did somebody else?
No,
show
they
this?
said it. It's under their name. It's a picture of them
Oh,
and
come
the
on, it's the
comment that they
Russians
made.
did it. Get it together. It's fake news.
Well, then we need to have them come before.
They need to
We
come
need some
back.
social media training from
sure.
some
Yeah.
young people. They're
do.
giggling
Yeah,
about
see what we
us
have to
out
deal
there,
with this
so-
damn internet.
Okay, we will ask them to come back before
We'll
the
ask them
board.
to come
And
back.
we just approved extra things for the same booth. They were at our last meeting, in
Right,
fact.
right.
Did they
And-
have receipts for the seeds, where they come from?
Uh,
They don't pick them off the ground, so they gotta
It
have
was a
some.
very, you were
I was
here
here.
because it was the
Yeah,
last
I
meeting.
saw
I
it.
mean, it was a
Remember?
very, definitely I want to support everything they were saying, but then their actual comment themselves, the same lady that came here, her picture, her name, she made the comment that they're actually made in Colombia.
Okay, so we need to invite her back and clarify.
Will
Thank
do.
you for
Will
bringing
do.
that up. Goodness gracious. Anything else? Any other drama? Okay. Subcommittee reports, compliance. Did everybody walk the street last Thursday? Were we? Too hot.
I'm waiting.
Okay,
Maybe this week.
okay. We're gonna walk the street
No,
and,
you might want to wait till next week.
okay. Were you gonna do a little
I do
checklist? A little checklist for us so we're not all
Yes.
over the map? And
Will
we'll-
do.
Okay,
We'll
thank
have
you.
that ready for you for October. when
Okay.
It's nice and cool. Because it's going to cool down as soon as October hits.
Any,
Everything's good at Main Street.
oh, good. If they're happy, we're happy, and vice versa. Staff reports, poster timeline. We talked about that at our special meeting and
Right.
last meeting.
Staff has not updated either one of those timelines
Okay.
yet, but as soon as we do, we will get them on there. But we have left them on this so that we do
Sure.
get you something.
Great. And the VillageFest Youth Poster Contest
Same.
timeline, same thing. And we agreed at the last week, we're gonna switch that all around so we don't run into that problem that we always run into, you weren't here, with, the schedule is always topsy-turvy, so we're moving the whole schedule around to give us and the entrance more time to work it through. Yes, yes. Okay. That's all I have. Anybody else? Suggest we adjourn. Somebody want to make a motion?
I move we adjourn.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
We adjourned at 4:47 PM. Thank you, everybody out there, for sticking with us.